when the evil of night descends the land, with completion in order, this hexad of signs mark the beginning of the Great Conjunction. In the House of Durst, the ghosts unborn, through life, unlife, unliving shall scorn. The soon drowned child of Bistani descent either feeds or denies the great serpent. Waiting for years, Devil's Son will rise to stand up against evil. Curse breakers arrive. The light of night shining over the dead will shudder and fail, turning all to red. Inahira will make his fortunes reverse, dooming all to live forever cursed. The bodiless shall journey to the time before, where happiness to hate creates land and lore. Beware the Ducar, for he and he alone may bring these 6 signs, destroying our home. Last time on D&D.
Oh. You hear a
Father!
Viktor. It has been a long time. I'm impressed you survived it.
This was your game from the beginning? Closer, father, for a kiss.
Give me the books. Come, Viktor. We don't want to make a mess of things.
We cut to the chaos in the city of Vallaki. Buildings burning. Vampires, werewolves, and zombies. All attacking, running around, causing terror. Alright, I need you to roll me a D8.
D8? Seven.
Okay, Klaus.
As I cough up the blood from the beating, my wounds all over my body from claws, bruised and broken. I try to adjust my eyes in the dark.
It's complete darkness down here. It takes mere moments for your eyes to adjust. You find yourself waist deep in water.
You never seem just always throw me back to the filth, Father. Even in your darkest abodes. The deepest depths of the hell of Barovia.
You find yourself in a cell. You are in G. So let me read that for you real quick.
Do I still have my sword?
Yeah, you have all your stuff.
Okay, we'll just make it like when I got, because at one point it almost got disarmed, but then I kind of somewhat got it back, but then that's when I was fully restrained. So.
Yes, and you were in the attic of the coffin makers in Vallaki, but you got captured by Strahd, your father, and a small group of 13 vampire spawn. As soon as you grabbed the bones of Saint Andral, Strahd ambushed you along with his vampires. His vampires pinned you down after...
I fought them off and wounded some and wolfed out and then got restrained again. Pushed through and then got slammed back down eventually. Numbers win.
After that, your father gave you an ass whooping.
Fucking shit out of me.
And stole the bones from you.
Oh yeah, he did. I didn't give him up.
He summoned a portal and threw you into a portal where you splashed into this very
The
water.
last thing I see is this a smug grin as this portal closes. I fall in darkness, bleeding, and you're broken and in pain.
As you splash in water, and you've been sitting in this cold, damp. The seconds turn to minutes. The minutes turn to hours.
Is there anything in the cell?
You turn around, and the first thing that catches your eye is pounded into the roof of this cell is a rusted iron pulley. Strung through which is a rope that is tied to one of the crossbeams of the barred door. Dangling upside down from the pulley is a man, flabby and stout of build, in tight-fitting leather armor. His boots are bound with rope just below the pulley. He's hanging upside down. His fleshy hands are tied behind his back, and his head is underwater. He isn't moving.
I try and pull his head up above the water to see if he still lives.
You pull up soft, soaking flesh
He's dead.
of a bard that has been laying in the water for months, probably.
He's dead. Is there anything on his person? Locks, picks, knives, any jewels, anything of the value on his...
You kind of check him. His pockets and everything are empty, and you kind of look around, and you can see his smashed up loot kind of floating in the water.
What's the loot made of?
Wood.
Okay, so that's useless. Actually, no, it's
Split into about 3 different pieces,
What's
held
wrong?
together by the strings.
So it's basically, and it would break.
You're at 1 HP.
Okay.
Don't let me
I'm not.
remind you.
I'm not. I'm hurting. I'm
and
just trying to figure out.
Your
my-
hand reacts so fast. There's a rat that scurries along the stone, and you and you as you start consuming this rat, and it happens so fast that like your vampiric side kind of just took over, and you're gonna go ahead and heal 10 HP.
Yeah. I was kind of. Well, that's why I said, is there anything in the cell?
And as soon as you suck the last of the blood out of this poor little rat, like your mind kind of comes back, and you like the monster kind of took over for you for a second, and you always try to suppress this monster inside of you. You Klaus, go ahead and like describe, like you kind of like embrace the human side of your heritage a little bit more.
I loved humanity. My mother was a wonderful woman. I tried my best to adjust the people of this land. The damned curse of the dread, because I kind of know this realm isn't what they'll.
And how old are you, Klaus?
I am a century and near a quarter. 2 decades.
Beautiful. What else do you do?
Is there anything else in the cell, minus the corpse, the water, anything I could catch in the glimpse of the watery cell on the ground?
Nothing.
Weapons, tools, nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing of value or use?
The only thing that you can really see is that the bard was hanging from a pulley attached to the cell.
Yeah, I don't have no use for that. Okay, I go to the door of the cell. I'm
Uh-huh.
assuming it's locked.
You try it, and it's locked.
How wide is the gates?
The
bars?
The bar's not wide enough for you to fit through
Awesome, because I
in
instantly
this form.
I instantly turn to a bat
Uh-huh.
and just quickly and quietly scurry through. And in bat form, I'm kind of looking around. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still feeling it, especially since the transformation. I'm
Uh-huh.
looking for rats.
Awesome. So you kind of turn into a bat, and you get out of the cell
Effortlessly.
very easily, and you start flying. You're kind of soaked, so it's kind of awkwardly flying, and you actually like have to fly, and you have to land somewhere really quick. So you kind of have to like turn around, and you kind of do like a 180. You kind of look everywhere, and all of these cells. Some of them are empty, some of them have dead bodies, and you actually see one prisoner kind of in this cell right here. You see a dark form kind of down there. Other than that, you actually do see a couple rats. Do you go eat them?
Yes, I'm too hungry right now to think of anything else. So yeah, I'm going for rats. Like my echolocation right now is food.
Okay, right across in this one, you can see that there's actually like a small series of rats. And do you go get it?
Yeah.
When you fly into this cell, you feel shifting. You can see golden coins kind of shimmering at the bottom of this cell, and That's all that's in this cell, and you kind of get and go ahead and roll a d4 for me. See how many rats you capture.
That's a D8.
One. You find one rat, and you gain and you eat it. You gain another 10 HP.
Alright, now that I've got my head calmed down, I guess I pocket some of the gold coins. I rephrase. How many gold coins are there? I'm
There's
still
a
in
lot.
Alright, nobody can see through here or here, right?
Those are walls, yeah.
And I can see into here, right?
Yep, you look across the other way,
I'm still in bat form. I do.
and you see a shackled to the back wall of this cell is an emaciated figure in a blue robe. Its spindly arms spread wide and its head tilted forward. Long gray hair hangs down in front of the dead man's face.
He's dead. Alright, I momentarily turn back human form.
Mm-hmm.
I pick up all the gold. May as well get something out of this.
Okay, you pick up all that gold.
Yes.
Alright, you find 2,100 gold pieces.
Okay.
There's a shit ton of gold in here.
Yeah.
Alright, what else do you do? You're currently in B.
There's anything else in here?
You looked across and you could see the dead wizard over here,
Uh-huh.
and you came from G.
And I checked this one too.
C.
Yes, I believe.
You check out C, and it was completely empty.
Yes, and this one has I
The
turn back.
dead wizard.
I turn back to bat form. And I don't see nothing else in the thing.
Uh-huh. You did see a prisoner down here, alive.
I go in here. Do I see any more rats before I go here? I'm just going to try this.
Roll a perception check.
Let's do this. Asshole. 3. Wait. Yeah, 3. It's not very good.
You do not, unfortunately, see any more rats.
All right, I go to the last prisoner.
Alright, you go to A.
Actually, I make sure I stay here
Mm-hmm.
outside of the cell.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can see me over here.
No, you're in bat form, right?
Can he see me if I'm here in bat form?
Yes. Right at the... Yes. No, actually, sorry. If you're right here, no, he can't see you.
So okay, I go here. I turn back into human
Okay.
because nobody wants to. That's gonna scare the shit out of him if I'm just gonna do that in front of him. He's not stupid.
Uh-huh.
Or am I back? I don't know. I walk the corner. I'm like, I see. You know where you are?
When you walk around the corner, you see a black man in rugged clothes. He looks like this. A strong young man clutches the bars of his cell while struggling to keep his teeth from chattering. His clothes are shredded, and he is soaked from head to toe. He stares at you with a strong jaw and dark brown eyes.
What is your name? What is your name?
I am Emil. You weren't down here very long before you escaped.
I have my own means of pursuing this particular venture. You know where you are?
The darkest place of Barovia.
The deepest hell of the castle of Strahd.
Come closer, beast.
I did.
Kind of walk up.
So he knows who I am right away. He knows what I am right away. He can basically already kind of guess what I am.
Do you ask?
So you know who I am?
Your pointy ears and your sharp fangs don't really hide the fact too well.
I'm not quite what you think. Why were you brought down here and not slaughtered right away? Were you just another plaything for my father?
I'm a resident of Valaki. I was chased off by dire wolves to this fucking castle. Been down here for, I think, 3 days.
Who brought you here? Down to the dungeons particular information.
Strahd's right-hand man.
Ah!
That damn Rahadin.
Ah, so he still is trying to always kiss my father's rear. I see.
Do you know this man?
The elf?
Rahadin.
Yes, he's one of the few elves left in this land. He murdered most of the remaining, and if not mutilated the rest of yours.
Do you hate him too?
I hate everything in this fucking castle.
Well, get me the fuck out of here, and I'll help you.
I grab his door, and I'm gonna try and calmly, just while looking at him or looking towards him, I'm gonna just try and wrench it right out.
Damn, roll strength.
Okay. Come on, let's give him something good.
Oh, what'd you get?
6. Oh, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Damn.
Wait. I have proficiency on this?
No.
Okay, so just 11.
Unless, yes, you do.
12.
Do you need a pencil to write
I
in
got
all
it.
your skills?
I got it. So was this B8? 5, 6, 7, 8?
Yep. Anyway, so you rip down. We'll do that later. We'll do that at break, maybe.
That's fine.
So you rip down this fucking gate, and Emil just looks at you and smiles, and he says, "Let's move on."
Is there anything else in his cell? Is he chained? Do I need to break his chains free?
No, there's nothing else in here.
I mean, that's just imagine this like this, James. This is all it was. He just calmly, elegantly almost, just did this to the bars, and you see his nail hand just crawl. Boom!
Just rip the freaking
wrenched
door
the
off.
shit, and then I threw it on the ground, just like this, like.
This man kind of wades through the water towards you, and he said, I usually have a sword and shield. I'm not too much use right now, but I have your back. And he kind of smiles.
I'm not.
Do you move on? You're what?
Yeah, we move on. It's like, yeah, we'll find something for you soon enough, I'm sure.
All right, so Emil joins. I am Emil, by the way.
I am Klaus.
It's a pleasure to meet you. When he shakes your hand, you actually feel like he actually has a pretty big, nice strength. That was a strong, firm handshake.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys come up to this door.
Oh, and just discreetly, I want to just do this while we're walking, like to the point he doesn't know. I want to. Never mind. I'm overthinking something. It wouldn't work with him. So we're good.
Okay.
Just keep moving.
You push open the door and you slosh the water. The water comes about a quarter of the way up this door. This door is made of bars, so the water it slices through the bars as you guys open this door. The stairs.
Do I see any rats along the way?
You look around and there's no real spots for the rats to be running in this hall.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm going to keep that on because I can see about 60 feet. And
still water fills an arched hallway before you. The water's surface is dark, mirrored glass, disturbed only occasionally by the thwick of a drop falling from the ceiling. Thwick, thwick, thwick. 20 feet ahead, or to your left, arched doorways lead downward from each side of the hallway. In each arched doorway, an iron door stands closed and partially submerged. That's what you hear. Straight across, that's what you see. Straight across the way, you can see that there's more cells. And when you guys walk up, you kind of look left and right. You see stairs going to the top, and you see, it's actually really easy to see. When you look over to the left, you can see that that you're like up on a raised platform, and it goes down. And down in here, you can see that there's just a huge pool of black water, and you can see zombies sort of wading through.
I can see movement to the point where my foot really focused. I can start seeing. I'm like, and as let's just say Emil starts to walk that direction.
Emil is not walking that way at all.
So he can see it too.
Oh yeah.
Wait a second.
He's kind of just following you.
Okay, I was about to say because let's just
He's
role
just
playing.
gonna
He looked like he was gonna try and I grab him. Like that's the worst way to go. I just calmly grab him. Like let's go this way. As we cautiously walk to these cells.
You kind of look up through this door, and it's actually locked. You can see that there's a series of cells on the other side.
Is it locked to the point? Is there any way to get through it? By means of how?
Do you try it? Emil kind of walks up. He's like, "What are you doing? We need to get out of here."
What's in here? What do you know what this cell? What these cells hold?
I've heard cries come from over here, but I don't know.
We could always use more bodies to help keep this. I know this is discreet, but we do need weapons.
I know you've only found one, but I'm probably the only ally in this entire fucking place.
And that's yet to remain be seen as I give him that look for a moment.
When you study him, go ahead and roll insight.
Yeah. See, I was gonna kind of do something like that on the way. But it would only work. Oh! Oh, James need.
You roll a natural 20? Look what I rolled.
Oh. Okay, so how's this work? How's this work?
You look at this man, and we both rolled natural 20s. You look at this man, and you can kind of sense there's something unique about this man. You sense that he's probably not the peasant that he is pretending to be.
There's more to you than I know you've been letting on.
Exactly.
Let's just figure out what would go and make no mistake of my ability to help you. I am not the beast everyone thinks, but do not forget what I am as my eyes just momentarily get in that shink. Like that night, you know how when a vampire is trying to prove a point.
He avoids eye contact from you, and he kind of leans up against this wall and is just kind of looking kind of startled and scared.
Okay.
If you're gonna go in there, I'll keep watch.
I turn into a bat.
Uh-huh.
And can I get through that doorway?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I go to the cells and I just kind of start, like as I'm going, just looking at all the way in all the cells.
A mold-covered ceiling hangs 3 feet above the still black water that fills this dungeon corridor. The water is 5 feet deep. 10-foot square cells. Their entrance is blocked by iron bars, line both sides of the hall. One cell is dimly lit.
I slightly go to the. Do I see anything like here? I'm kind of just going like this.
You're gonna like this. What are you doing?
Just like as I'm flying, I'm kind of just looking back and forth between cells to see what I can see.
Okay, in the first one, you can see that there's a bunch of coins at the bottom of this one. In A. Oh, sorry, that it's upside down. Sorry, that threw me for a loop. Okay, so D.
I go.
D is completely empty. H is the one that's glowing, and it kind of really attracts your eye, actually. And when you look over, a glowing blade can be seen beneath the water near the back of the cell.
God damn it. All right. I go through the bars cautiously.
Uh-huh.
Transform to human form, but I kind of hang on the ceiling because I'm just cautious.
Nice, and you just you use your spider climb ability. You're just out of the water.
Uh-huh.
I like it.
And I'm going to the side, and is the blade in the water or is it like stubbed?
Yeah, it's like in the bottom of the water. You can see it glowing.
In that moment, I press my hand down to grab the blade.
You grab a blade, and it is a +1 short sword.
Right.
This sword continually sheds bright light in a 15-foot radius.
It doesn't affect me, does it?
No, it's just
Oh. That's what I'm saying. We gotta, because I don't take radiant damage, but I think we need to maybe it's.
You're actually
sensitive.
I think you would be. I think you would be sensitive to the light on.
It wouldn't hurt me, but I'd be sensitive to it.
But as soon as you grab it, you can turn the light off.
Okay, so I did immediately.
All right, and when you grab this sword, a searing pain actually shoots through your arm of this light, and as soon as you focus on the short sword, you can turn the radiant light coming off this blade off.
Now, what we can make it do for role playing is maybe my hand momentarily smoke, but I don't take damage just because it's vampiric.
Yeah,
and quickly.
You hear a tss as some of the water that was on your hand evaporates from you touching this hot blade.
Okay.
Anyway, you look down at this blade and go ahead and describe what it looks like.
Just a nice little short sword. I'd imagine almost like gladiatorium, but like a more medieval handle.
And you pocket it. All right. What else do you do now?
Well, what's the short sword do?
It's just a +1, and it has light.
D6.
It's a D6.
Okay. Well, now I have something for him to use. Do I see any? Bat form. Do I see anything in C? D. Sorry.
D was empty.
Okay.
C.
Yeah.
Clinging to the bars of this otherwise empty cell is the rotting corpse of a male half-elf dressed in leather armor. Ugh. You can see that he has 2 rusted long swords.
Go through the bars.
Okay.
Again, spider climb.
Okay.
And human.
You go into human form?
Yeah, spider climb.
Okay.
And then I take the swords from him. Is there anything else on him?
As soon as you grab them, they you look at these swords and they're so shitty. Like they're like literally
As soon as I hit them
rusted.
against the wall, they're shit.
Shatter.
Bat form back through the walls, disappointed.
You actually you just leave? Okay.
Oh wait, do I see anything else?
You actually find a potion of heroism on him.
Before I turn bat form, I'm like, pocket that.
Alright, you grab that. Potion of heroism. Okay, in G, you can see that there's like this disgusting gray ooze kind of clinging from the ceiling.
And there's nothing else?
Nothing else.
I just look at it like, not about that life. I think about it for a second. I was like, but I also think that I'm still hurt severely. So I will go to B.
When you get to B, the rusted door to this cell hangs open slightly.
I'm still in bat form. I go in. Do I see anything?
You can see a bunch of coins in this one as well.
As I turn human.
Do you grab all these coins?
I observe, look through it.
There's 300 golden Strahds here.
And I take it.
All right.
So that's 2,400.
Dude, hell yeah, you're all getting rich.
Well, that don't mean shit if I don't get out of this dungeon.
Okay, F. Whoops. F is empty.
E and A.
E. It's weird. In the hole in the wall, about halfway up this wall, there's like a square hole, and it goes up into the darkness. It almost looks like a laundry chute. It's very weird.
How big is it?
It's like 5 foot. It's like a perfectly 5 foot square, and you're just kind of peeking through. You're still in human form. You're just kind of peeking through. That's what you see.
I turn to bat form. I go through it. I look. I get close to the hole. Not like I'm going in it yet, but enough that I can see like 60 feet down the hole. Like,
it goes up, and you can see that it goes up into like a hallway. It's a trap door. To a trap door. Sorry. You can see that there's like a, what is that called? A trap door. There's a trap door on the other end of this chute.
Zoom, full speed bat form.
You fly up to the chute.
And cautiously look through where the exit is. Look all the way.
Like I said, it's just like a wooden door that's shut when you get to the end of this.
Sorry, I thought you meant it was open.
It's not open.
No. Okay, I zoom back down. I kind of try and get the basis, like I feel the wall, like the texture, the wood. Try and see if I don't know, figure out my bounds a little bit. Go back down.
It's definitely solid wood.
Okay.
When you come back down,
yeah,
there you are.
And then I just check A.
You check A. It's empty.
All right, then I go back to here through bat form.
And as soon as you do that, you hear Emil say, "Klaus, I think someone's coming. Hurry!"
Speed.
And you like pop through. Let me grab your bat. Dude, it's nice being able to turn into a bat. Okay.
It's useful.
When you get about here, you can see that there's actually a couple of zombies walking
We run
up
this way.
up this ramp. Do you just run away?
Yeah, quietly, as discreetly as possible. We just zoom.
Okay, and then you do you climb the staircase?
Actually, no. Fuck this. This is what we're gonna do. Sorry, I'm not trying to think. I'm gonna grab him because I see and I vampiric dash right the fuck away. Like,
damn.
Like he's just like, we gotta.
And like, you guys just dash up the stairs.
I just basically I just basically grabbed him and zoomed. He's like can't even walk because I'm just so fast.
Okay.
I may as well use it.
All right, let me see where the fuck you go. Because
60 feet. 60 feet.
It says 80 feet to map 11.
So we're almost there. I guess we'll walk.
This castle's huge, dude. So
I know. That's why I'm trying to get us there. And if we're still going through stairs, we just keep going until we find our first.
K75, is that what it was?
Oh, and have I seen any more rats? Because I'm still looking.
Okay, here it is. It's right here. That's where you are. That's where you come up. You do not see any rats coming up these stairs.
Okay, because I'm starting to get a bit peckish.
When you walk in, this dusty, 10-foot wide, 30-foot long corridor has a flat ceiling 10 feet overhead. To the south, right behind you, a web-filled stairway spirals down into darkness. The north end of the hall ends in a wooden door. You get a weird sense right here.
In that moment, I use my blood hunting ability to activate. It's like my hunter's bane. I do this focus towards the door to see if I can detect Fae, Fiend, or Undead.
You detect undead
How much can I detect?
in this whole castle.
Any? What about through the door? Yeah, that wasn't discreet or not.
It's more like you can feel it all around you.
It's like I should have known. This is just death.
Yes. As soon as you kind of step up, roll a wisdom perception check for me.
19.
Okay, you can see that there is like a weight, like a pressure weight, right in front of you, and Emil almost steps on it.
I stop him instantly.
And you put your arm out, and you say, "What do you say?"
I say, "Wait, it's a trap."
You kind of study it, and you can see that there's like an elevator trap right here. If you were to step on this, it would launch you up into who knows, into the darkness. You kind of lean over and peek. And you look up, and your eyes kind of adjust.
60
and
feet.
It's farther than 60 feet that this goes up.
Can I hear or see hear anything up there? Can I activate my hearing a little bit? Do I hear anything scuffling or?
No.
Do I see around the pressure plate?
You can see that it's the whole section of the hallway in between you and the door.
I calmly launch him over it. I just like the.
You just toss him. You just grab Emil. He says, "Wait, what do you?" And you just like throw him over this trap. Go ahead and roll strength.
Oh god damn it!
What?
That was a 1.
You rolled a natural 1.
I want to try something if this doesn't work.
As soon as you toss him, you actually slip, and he falls right into this trap.
I jump on the wall immediately and grab him before he falls down. Like spider climb like this, and I grab him before the trap goes.
Damn, roll dex, see if you can do that.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have to jump down there and go fucking get his ass. Are you Oh, I was about to say, I was gonna get really mad for a second if that was another one.
Okay, you quickly
12,
react.
13.
You quickly react and jump onto the wall and fucking grab Emil, and you like hold him, and his feet are barely dangling, and he like touches the plate, but it doesn't trigger.
And then then we kind of just through over to get through this plate.
And you like jump over, and you like land right in front of this door.
And then before he even said anything, as a gentleman, I'm like, "Forgive me. It's just, it wouldn't have worked out the way it went if you would have stepped." As I just acted all cool.
He's like, he adjusts his kind of ripped up shirt. That was too close for comfort.
Well, that's what it's going to be the whole way through.
He says, "After you."
Can I see through the door?
No, it's a wooden door.
Do I see anything in the hallway?
You can't see through the hallway. It's
And
wooden.
there's no rats in this section.
No.
Awesome. So,
You open the door?
yeah.
Alright, you open the door. Squeeze! Finally, you get out of the dungeons. This hall stands in deadly silence. Heavy beams support a sagging 10-foot-high ceiling. Fog clings to the floor. A sagging I already said that? Obscuring everything that lies less than 3 feet above it. A giant shadow lurches across the ceiling as a dark figure shuffles purposefully down the corridor towards you.
Can he see us?
He does see you, and
Do I recognize him?
you know that this is Cyrus, his like little his little imp dude, and he's breathing. Who goes there?
Vampiric dash before he can finish saying that goes there, and I freaking pin stab him right through the head.
Ah! As you like pin him up against the wall, and you what? You stab
I
someone?
don't stab him through the head. Rephrase. I stab him through the shoulder, pin his mouth so nobody can hear him scream,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like,
Ah! And like he like drops his lantern, but it doesn't break or anything.
I was
And
like,
Emil runs up behind you.
where is my father? He knows who I am, right?
Ah, Klaus, long time no see.
How have you been, man?
Better. Could you let me down?
Depends. As I slightly twist the blade into his shoulder, just a little bit. Not. Are you going to try anything stupid?
No, I promise.
I look at him. I'm actually trying to see if he's lying to me right now.
You kind of study this thing, this gross mongrel folk, and you can see that he has like this key around his neck, and there's an eyeball on it that is looking around and looking up at you.
I grab the key instantly.
You immediately swoop up the key. Do you pocket it?
Yeah.
And you pocket it.
I key.
No, don't! I need that for Morgantha!
Morgantha, do I recognize that name?
You do. You know that she is a hag that works at the old bone grinder.
Morgantha is also...
Just out of game. Morgantha is the one that Ophelia and Callan drank.
Okay, I didn't know if that was that or Lady M.
That's her. Granny M is Morgantha. Same person.
Okay. Why? What does that witch want with this? Speak, mongrel.
The master will not be pleased!
Tell me.
Fine.
I pull the blade out. I can tell he's not going to pull nothing, right?
Yeah. Fine.
I try and press against the wound to make it, just to keep it from bleeding out.
These damn hags captured me while I was on a journey to get papers from the burgomasters. They were gonna kill me, you see, if I have to spy on my master. I don't know what they want, but they just told me to wear this eye around my key, and so that's what I've been doing.
So they can see everything through this eye.
As you kind of look down.
I look through the key, I bring it up of like...
The eyeball again is like looking around
and
everywhere.
I look directly at it. Hello, ladies.
Just keeps like looking around.
It doesn't do accept that notion or anything. It doesn't react to me saying that.
Exactly.
I was like, well, now you're going to be my spy for me. I let you live. I do you no more harm, and you spy for me and help me out. Agreed?
You're talking to Cyrus?
Yeah, I'm talking to Cyrus.
Sure.
I pick him up by the throat and off the ground, but not choking, but just off the ground. Are you going to betray me?
No.
I slightly squeeze.
I would never do anything like that. You know me, Klaus.
I do, and that's you're betraying my father with hags right now. So I can also depend the fact father knows I'm probably.
As soon as you put him down, he drops and protrudes a small dagger and tries to stab you with it. Do you react?
Yeah, I grab it.
You try to react?
Yeah.
See if you grab it.
Otherwise, I'm just gonna take the wound to the hand and then rip his fucking arm off.
You got a 10.
Gotta beat that.
10.
Yeah, I do.
Plus your dex.
Yeah.
You catch this fucking rusty ass knife.
I basically in one move, not only do I rip it from him and make sure he catches it, the black guy.
Emil.
He catches like it's a light toss, but I instantly take that same arm, and I dig my claws right into the wound I just did to his shoulder. The same one that just stabbed. Is like,
you're gonna have to kill me, you fucker! And he spits in your face.
Oh no! I drained him right then. I drained the fuck out of him.
You just expose his neck and just sink your teeth into this disgusting. You can taste his sweat at first on his neck.
I don't
his
give
disgusting
a shit. It's
as your
disgusting.
fangs plunge into his neck,
care.
and you just drain this entire mongrel folk's vitality. You gain 26 HP as his arms dangle, and as you drop him to the floor. You drained all the blood from him.
I would have let him live if he didn't pull some shit.
You're Strahd's butler, dude. You're at 37?
47.
47?
Yeah, 47. I immediately, while trying to compose myself, was like, forgive me, Emil. I have been my father and his swarm harmed me before here. That's why I have to keep feeding. I almost have tried to feed off you a time or two. I needed something. This fucking rat.
No worries. I always hated that fucker.
Well, I search him immediately. I take
You kind of search him?
the fucking key. That key's mine.
Definitely. I don't think he actually has anything on him. He has some papers.
What do they say?
That are just like taxes from the cities of Barovia.
I keep them. Are they any like ownership or anything?
Oh, you see one from Balaki and one from Krezik.
Are they ownership papers?
No, they're like taxes.
Are they Can they benefit me somehow if I get out of here?
Maybe. Do you pocket them?
I pocket them.
All right.
Papers.
You kind of are standing in this hallway that, again, there's like fog kind of creeping along, moving slowly, yet there's no real wind around you.
We need to move.
You kind of turn around and there's like a portcullis that's currently shut, and there's a bunch of barrels that you can see along that. Behind you and all the way to the side around you are nothing but wooden doors. You also see some staircase that ascend into darkness. Where do you go?
So which way did we come from here?
Yeah, you came from K61.
I guess we just keep moving. We'll keep going through here.
Do you just go up the stairs?
Do I recognize where we're at right now? Like, do I know what any of these rooms have?
You know that K63 is a wine cellar. K65, you know, right? You're standing like right in front of. There's a kitchen back there, and you're all recalling this stuff. Go ahead and roll a intelligence. See if you can kind of remember where you are.
I don't remember shit.
Natural 1.
Dude, I keep rolling bad.
You remember the kitchen, and then everything else is kind of fuzzy. You haven't been in the castle in over 100 years.
I was like, let's just keep moving.
You go up the stairs?
Yeah, we just go up the stairs. I have too much to do.
Alright, and you run up the stairs. See where that takes you. Takes you to map 3, K23. As you guys ascend this staircase, it kind of turns to the left, and up in the darkness, dim light filters in through a dust-caked window in the east wall. A door next to the window leads to the castle's northeast courtyard. You walk up, and when you walk in, there's two, those look like dead bodies, do they not?
They look like fucking like standing corpses or some shit. Like,
everything in this room is coated with dust, including a large, heavy wooden table in the center of the floor. A thick book lies open on a desk with an inkwell and a quill next to it. There's a broken door to the north wall.
What's the book say?
And a staircase in the south wall plunges into darkness. That's where you just came from. On each side of the staircase, a skeletal figure draped in gleaming chainmail stands sagging at attention, holding a rusty halberd. Well, you walk up to the book. It's an ancient book, weathered and brittle. The ink in the well is fresh. At the top of each page is scribed the message, "Please register for your own convenience and that of your next kin."
I look through some. Do I see any names recognizable, like famous in Barovia?
You look through, it's all filled with names, but they're all illegible. They're all like signatures and stuff.
Alright, how many armored are in the room?
There's two skeletons that are like draped up against the wall.
Do they have armor?
Yes, they have, what was it? Chainmail? Yeah, chainmail.
What's chainmail for armor?
Let me look it up real quick.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're good.
Just,
Okay, it gives you a AC 16.
Okay, so never mind. I immediately disarm the halberd, their hands holding the halberd.
Uh-huh. Grab a halberd?
Yeah, I grab. How many are there? Just one or two?
There's one on each.
I give one to the Emil, sorry. I give one to Emil, and I will, what's a halberd do? I know it's an axe, but what's the damage?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to look up.
I think it's a two-handed weapon.
Okay. It does 1d10 slashing, and it's two-handed.
I hold on to it, but I'm not wielding it.
All right, you pocket a halberd.
Well, I just, find a way to press it on my back.
All right.
Actually, no. I hold on to
And
it.
as you hand Emil one, and he kind of grabs it, he says, "Thanks."
Does he have armor?
No, he's in rags.
Put the armor on.
Nice, and he dons armor. As soon as you guys touch the skeletons, they crumble to
That's
dust.
why I kind of just disarmed them with my blade right away, just because I didn't want to take chances. This is Strahd.
Yeah, and it just crumbles.
Is
to
this
dust.
what is this?
What?
This arrow.
It tells you where the stairs
Okay, so
go
it
down.
doesn't matter.
You came from that way.
Alright.
Right across the way, right there, is a door that is old and crumbled. You can see through it, and light comes in through the window on the other side. Do you go?
I turn into a bat. I go through the hole of the door without actually opening the door.
Okay.
I look through the room in bat form. Do I see anything here? Just trash? Debris? Anything I know? Keen hearing.
In K24?
Yeah, I use my
Alright.
echolocation to...
You kind of fly through, and the room is actually kind of a mess, and broken furniture and torn cloth are strewn about this 20 by 40 foot room. Dim light comes from a pair of dirt-caked windows in the northeast corner. A narrow staircase with no railing ascends along the north wall.
Okay, so do I see... What are these windows?
Those are windows. That's the light coming in through the windows.
Can I see through them?
Yeah, it goes outside. It's raining outside.
Can I get through them?
Rain pelts the window. It's a glass pane window.
I turn human form. Emil, come here.
Of course.
Look through the windows. Can we see anything? Like for the rooftops?
I see a courtyard, and nothing but mist.
How far is the courtyard? Like how high off the ground are we?
Far.
I could make it, you can't. We have to take another way.
Very thoughtful. There's a staircase right here.
There is. What's that door behind you though?
These are windows.
Oh, so this is the courtyard.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take the
You
staircase.
kind of approach too, Klaus, and you look across and you can see that there's you guys can see there's a chapel across the way, across the courtyard, and
The chapel by Strahd's castle.
it's attached to the castle, but it's a chapel.
Of course it is.
You can see stained glass windows
It
and
used to
shit.
be a normal castle with a chapel. Of course, I'm sure it's a place of complete holiness still. We go down the stairs.
You go up the stairs. It goes up 30 feet to map 4.
Up we go.
I agree.
I'm just thinking to myself, this is somebody who wants to leave, but we have to go up. So I'm just kind of staying wary and cautious of him.
Yeah, and you know that, just being Klaus, that the entrances are going to be extremely guarded, we shall say. So it's not going to be as easy as just walking out the fucking front door.
No. Now let's be honest though, if I didn't give a shit about this guy, I could have just went out, broke the glass, went out the door, and flew away.
It's true.
I mean, let's be real for a second on that.
All right,
But I need more in this castle.
as you guys rise, ascend 34. Dirt-caked windows allow little light to enter this upstairs room. Broken bed frames and torn bits of mattress litter the floors. A tall, dusty wardrobe, roughly shaped like a coffin. Its black doors painted with fey creatures, stands between two cracked full-length mirrors hanging along the south wall.
And there's nothing on the furniture that still stands somewhat over here.
You walk up in front of this wardrobe, and these two things are mirrors.
Can I see myself?
You cannot.
Can he see himself?
Yes. There's no reflection for you, Klaus, as you are a vampire.
What is this? More windows?
That is a huge window.
I place my hands on the mirrors. They're like, it's said that vampires have no reflections because our souls are really not there. I don't know if I believe that or not. I believe we are just merely shadows of what we once were. But I was born, so do I have a soul, or am I as damned as the rest? Tell me, Emil, what do you believe? As I press the glass.
When I look at the mirror, I see nothing.
Agreed. I'm trying to find some way through. Like, I'm trying to see if there's a secret passage along the mirrors, behind them, the shelf, the corner.
You come up and the mirror looks like it's shaking a little bit. You grab the mirror and move it, and there's actually a secret door behind it.
Will nothing become something? Come, Emil.
A wooden ladder leads up 20 feet. And it also goes down. Do you ascend or descend? Looks dark down there.
Go up, Emil.
We should not split, if that's what you're saying.
No, but we need to know where we're at. Stay here. I leave him in the right at the edge for a moment. How far is the drop?
You look down, and it seems like it goes pretty far.
Farther than 60 feet?
About 30.
Can I see past the 30?
It's the floor. Down. And if you look up, it goes pretty damn far. Actually into a huge tower, which you know would be one way to escape. You think that, you actually used to live up in the very top, highest tower, and Strahd would never go up there.
So go down to go to the tower?
Go up.
Let's go up then. As I just quickly rise up this ladder.
As you ascend, let me see what map that's on. It doesn't say what map it goes to. Okay, yeah, it does. Oh, I'm already on that map. Okay, sweet. So you climb up, and it actually, you look up, and you climb about 30, 40 feet, and then the ladder ends, and you're on like a small platform that is connected to a huge staircase that goes down maybe about 20 feet, one circle, and it goes up.
We just keep going
And
down.
this is what you see. The staircases don't have a railing.
Of course.
And you kind of look up, and way up in the distance is a red glowing light of some sort, and it definitely catches your eye.
We keep going towards the light. It's up. It's going up, right?
It goes up.
Go up. We're kind of making fast pace. We're not fucking around. We're not doing this little casual walk. We're being quiet, but we're kind of hauling ass. We don't want to fuck around.
As you step onto the spiral staircase, a reddish light flares high overhead, then settles into a dull, pulsing red glow. You can now see the full immensity of this tower. The spiral staircase circles up the tower's full height. The tower, 60 feet wide at its base, becomes narrower as it climbs. At the pinnacle of the hollow tower, a large crystal heart pulsates with red light.
Do I know what it is?
You have never seen this before.
And that's at the top of the tower?
Yes. As you approach,
Is it evil energy? Can I sense like undead, fiendish energy from it?
you kind of sense It's huge. As you ascend, the stairs get redder and redder. Your boots make an echo as you get higher and higher up the tower. Finally, you see it. A huge crystal heart that is beating.
And in comparison to me, it looks like a giant.
And it's kind of weird, but yeah, it's huge, dude. It's kind of weird, but when you look at this, it is cracking. There's a crack, and as you look into it, you can actually see shapes forming. As you kind of
touch the crystal, look closer.
As you touch the crystal, you see your mind, yourself, explode out, and you see all of Barovia, and the crystal heart shows you what it's protecting. This crystal heart protects Strahd Von Zarovich. It acts like a damage absorber for any damage that he takes. You know that Strahd could not take damage with this crystal heart living.
And I see that.
As you focus on this, you can see Strahd fighting a group of adventurers in Vallaki.
As a bear
comes up, and they're fighting. Exactly, it's that fight. And you can see every time Strahd gets attacked, a crack forms in this crystal. But Strahd appears to have no damage. And that just then you feel something kind of grab onto your shoulder. And let me pull it out. You feel a gentle tap on your shoulder, but see nothing behind you. Don't be frightened. We're on the same side. You haven't heard this voice.
Who are you? Show yourself.
Who are you before I show myself?
I am the bane of the devil.
Do you know how to counteract a vampire's regenerative ability?
Only thing I have known is the holy artifacts and the blessed things our lands has given us, and an occasional wanderer who uses, I stop for a minute, light of a holy sun, as I almost scoff because there is no sunlight in Barovia.
Correct.
I know all too well about a vampire's weaknesses.
A woman pops into view. She looks like this.
Hello, gorgeous.
I am Esmeralda de Avenir. I've been studying under Dr. Rudolf van Richten, and I actually found my way into the castle.
Do I know who Van Richten is?
Roll intelligence.
May as well. I'm gonna role play it. Let's see it. 15.
You do. He's a world famous vampire hunter.
Ah, Riften's still alive, is he? It's been a long time since I've heard of his work. Have I ever met him before? Okay, I'm just asking.
You've never met Rudolf van Richten, but you've heard tales in Barovia.
He is a hero among the people, a good man.
What are you doing here?
Trapped with my compatriot. We were brought here after a fight with the devil himself. It appears what this crystal has shown me is this is my father's one and truest weakness. What do you know of this gypsy woman?
This is a seed gem that has been enchanted by the devil Strahd Von Zarovich.
Can it be destroyed?
I hope so. I've been here studying for the last couple hours, and do you know you travel with a werewolf? Emil kind of stands there.
I was like, I knew there was something about you, Emil. The strength in your grip
I've been waiting for the precise moment to attack you. As he like stands up and just bursts and rips out his form turns into a werewolf. He said, "Thanks for freeing me." And he like jumps towards you and tries to launch onto you. What do you do?
I immediately, calmly, quietly take both swords, the light one to go for his jaws, and the other one, and my long sword to go into his chest. I'm gonna roll both.
Damn, and Emil turns into a very big werewolf as he comes launching at you.
That's 19 for the first hit, and that's wait, 14 for the second one.
That's a hit for both of them. All right, so you slash. Don't worry about rolling damage. You like slash, plunge your sword into this werewolf as it comes slashing at you as well. Esmeralda, she pulls out this crazy looking badass axe and just two-hand launches it at Emil, the werewolf, as it plunges into his back. He just growls, rips the axe out of his.
As he's trying to rip it out, I cut his fucking arm off.
You try to slice at his arm. All right, and you do, and it just lobs it right off as he screams off in terror.
Yeah, 18. That's an 18, so.
Let me pull up his stat block.
I knew you were lying to me from the beginning.
Thanks for freeing me. And he runs off down the stairs.
Well, he's missing an arm now, so.
Yeah, and he disappears into darkness unless you follow him.
No, I have what I want.
Catching your breath, you find yourself.
Are you alright, my lady?
I'm fine.
I hand her axe back that was now on the ground after he managed to try and just pull it out, but as soon as he did, is his arm still wolfish or did it go back human?
It's human, laying on the floor.
In that moment, I just take my sword and I kind of just, in a quick, almost super speed fashion, chop it up like you don't get this arm back.
Slice up in a bunch of little pieces.
Like, as much like, so the regeneration isn't gonna take.
You look very interesting. On the outside, I see a beast, but I sense humanity on the inside. Who are you?
I am the Viktor Klaus Von Zarovich, bane of the Devil Strahd.
Yet you carry his name.
No, my name, that is the name I was gifted as a child. I took my mother's maiden. You may call me Klaus Adrianus. And I am very wary of allies. I saved this one man. I could have fed on him in his cell and left him to rot and escape this castle. But there's much in my father's home that I must need to in him. I was defeated swiftly by him and his hordes last time. I must not make that same mistake twice. Can I trust you, gypsy woman, at least enough till we can make it out of this castle?
Can I trust you? I am a vampire hunter. I've sworn my life, devoted it to kill beings such as yourself. But I sense something inside of you. I sense good. You are very unique, Viktor.
Just call me Klaus.
Well, Klaus, I'm Ez. You can call me Ez.
Well, Ez, I pull out that light sword. Can I still see the cracks in the heart?
Yeah.
In that moment, I activate. This is gonna fucking hurt both of us. Not me wound-wise, but it's gonna. I activate my Rite of the Dawn. Which especially, and this is gonna fucking hurt, on my sword, and just like this, from the distance, I almost vampiric dash straight at it, plunge the sword into the biggest crack, as hard and as fast as I can, activating my Crimson Dawn.
Damn, as you like, super fast speed, you sort of smirk to yourself and smile.
Even despite the light, the sunlight on the blade giving me this, I'm using it as like inspiration with pain, you know, so I'm like...
Damn, and as soon and you plunge your sword right into this crystal heart as it cracks and it turns into slow motion. As you can see, it like zooms out. and you can see these huge cracks forming along this, when all of a sudden a portal appears, and out of the portal is this black boot that steps. What are you doing?
And then I activate the second one. And
It's your father.
I take the second blade and activate the other Crimson Right, and with lightning this time. Ending you! And I start active. So 2 Crimson Rights activate at once, right into the heart, and then I'm just fire, lightning, basically lightning, and pure radiance into the crystal heart at full strength. 2 swords, just.
Damn! Go ahead and roll damage for both of those.
Okay.
And all of a sudden you see Strahd. I've been waiting a long time to punish you, Viktor! And he stands up, pulls out both his fucking swords, sling. He pulls out this dagger, and he flips it around, back wields it, and he puts it in front of like a defensive stance. And he pulls out his sword. So you
How's the heart looking?
It's cracking, but it looks like you're gonna have to do a lot of damage to it.
And my father's portal's still open, right?
No, it closed behind him.
Alright, so that's fine.
Strahd glares, and his fangs drawn, and dashes toward you.
I try.
And he does a multi-attack. He makes up to 3 attacks. Slash, slash, slash.
That's okay.
What's your AC?
We're rushing. We're good. 1 hit.
All right, you take 1. You're gonna go ahead and take. You're gonna go ahead and take 20 damage as he slashes across you.
So my chest is bleeding. As this is all happening, I'm looking around. I can see the gypsy woman, right?
Yep. And Esmeralda actually runs up too, and she just charges towards Strahd and swing, throws 3 attacks at him as well.
Now, is there any way, I'm looking around, is there any way to go up the tower or past it or whatever?
You're kind of looking around, and you can see that there's like a hallway that goes back this way.
I immediately grab Esmeralda after she attacks Strahd, giving us the immediate second we have. I'm like, we can't win like this.
She hits twice, actually.
We can't win like this. I grab her, and immediately after I grab her, I vampiric dash the fuck out of it down that hallway.
Okay.
And I'm just not stopping. Like, I'm going, like, I'm dashing with my vampiric speed. So this is full fucking thing. Like, she's like, can't be.
Whenever you see Esmeralda connect with her axe onto Strahd, you can see that the crystal cracks. And just a quick look, you can see that the damage hits the crystal instead of hitting Strahd. But you like run up and you try to grab.
Before I do, yeah, but like this is what I want to do in one motion. As I'm grabbing her, before I flit away, I take that halberd I have, and I want to chuck it with all my strength right back at the crystal, so it does try and slows him down one more time.
He casts Eldritch Blast. You see, fucking Klaus just launch this halberd right towards the crystal.
Me or the thing?
At the you see this halberd flying through the air, and Strahd just launches an Eldritch Blast. All right, roll against me. See if your thing goes through.
Come on, baby. If
Wait,
it works,
he gets a +6, so 17. Oh! Plus your strength?
19, 24.
Damn! All right. You see this Eldritch Blast just completely slice through the halberd slice through this Eldritch Blast, and your halberd just plunges into the crystal heart. Go ahead and roll attack.
And
1d10.
Yeah. Really? Oh,
Wow.
that's 6.
Plus your strength.
That is 6.
Damn.
And then we just take off.
And it gets in like slow motion as this freaking halberd just plunges into the crystal heart, and a huge crack, and a couple of like crystals break off and actually fall, and as they break off it just turns into blood and falls 300 some feet. That's when Strahd, you kind of try to grab Esmeralda, and that's when Strahd sees you grab Esmeralda, and he vanishes into mist and reappears right in front of this hallway.
Can I still see the blood? Because now that he's blocked my path.
Yeah, it fell.
I drank. Is it still draining?
It just fell. It was like a couple drops.
Okay, I was about to say. Damn.
You're going nowhere, Viktor.
I
And
turn
he
to
like,
wolf form as soon as he comes at me.
he's just standing there, and he just bares his fang.
I turn wolf form and I bear mine.
Strahd uses his ability, Children of the Night, and he summons wolves. Or no, he has to do that outside, so he has to summon bats. Damn, as 5 wolves, you can hear 5 wolves snarling and running up the tower. What do you do?
And there's nowhere else out of the room?
You can go back down the tower, or you can try to get past Strahd. Wolves are coming.
Wolves are coming down the tower or up it?
They're coming up the tower.
Well, I'm so confused. Where does this go?
That goes up.
Does it keep going up?
Yep.
I grab her and zoom that way and go up.
Okay, as soon as you try grabbing...
I can get out of here!
As soon as you try grabbing Esmeralda, you see Strahd vanish, and he appears right about here, and he blocks your way. Viktor! You can't run from your father! And right at that very moment...
that's fine. I go back before the wolves come and like Esmeralda.
Right at that very moment, you see Strahd raise up his hand and throw it down. All of a sudden, all of these like flying halberds come flying off of the fucking like wall and shit. And now they're just like all animated halberds just flying around, and they all swarm you. I've been waiting a long time to punish you, Viktor.
Esmeralda.
I still, to this day, blame you for your mother's death.
And I blame you for her death and my fucking life, you coward! As I say that, I like Esmeralda run. As she's trying to, I'm literally just flitting all over the place, trying to avoid weapons, trying to make him guess where I'm going, trying to get her to run away.
Alright, Esmeralda runs up and she actually gets swarmed by these two halberds.
I try and block them off with my
and you
sword.
can hear ting, ting, ting as Esmeralda's blocking all of these flying halberds. You try to dodge out of the way. Go ahead and roll a dexterity, see if you can like dodge all these dudes.
18.
Oh, 22.
Wait, 18 plus
Your dex.
19, 20. Damn it.
Alright, you get swarmed as well. Halberds just completely surround you, and 3 of them swing at you.
I turn into a bat as the one's about to clip me.
Right as soon as you just hear the slice as you just turn into bat form. What do you do?
As soon as they slice over, I return to human form. I grab the halberds in that moment, and I try and shattering them together.
Damn, and you like shatter the one right in the middle, and you like grab these 2, and then after you completely shatter that one halberd, there's 2 in your hands, and they like wiggle, and you're like hanging onto them. Do you want to try to hold on to them?
I want to try and smash them together.
All right, you're like holding onto them, and you like I need a strength roll because you can feel them trying to escape.
Fucking magic.
Oh damn! As you just clang, and these 2 halberds just shatter into a bunch of pieces. That's when Strahd looks upon you. I need a wisdom save as you make eye contact with...
Is that what the vampire?
Yeah, oh yeah. As you see him connect eyes with you and walk closer to you. Viktor, why don't you jump off this tower, you pathetic fool? Wisdom save. You think that's a great idea. And that's when Esmeralda casts Dispel Magic on your charm. One second, let me change it.
As immediately as she does that, and as soon as I'm about to
as soon as you're about to take a step, you feel your curse being kind of broken. As you turn around, and then you realize like you almost got fucking tricked into stepping off.
And at that moment, I try and zoom towards my father to slice at his throat at least enough to like.
You try to run up. Damn, you run up and attack Strahd. Go ahead and roll.
So basically, it's like set off, and as soon as I regain my senses, I try and go for the throw.
All right, roll attack. You have disadvantage.
Oh, well, no. I lost. I'm not even going to roll again.
What was your roll?
1.
You rolled a natural 1?
Yeah.
Dude, Strahd smiles and sees you coming, and he pulls out his parry dagger and completely slides his knife down your blade like instantly and completely disarms you. And then grabs your throat, and he lifts you up.
I try and grab his throat.
And you grab onto his.
We're trying to do a strength.
And you guys are just sitting there squeezing you as Strahd lifts you up.
He's stronger, so there's no like.
Roll strength as
Come on, baby!
You guys are just squeezing each other's throats.
This is a vampire who's alpha. Wait! You don't get to see.
Natural 1.
18, motherfucker!
You feel Strahd's grip loosen as yours gets tighter and tighter. A primal fury behind you. You squeeze Strahd's throat.
At that moment, I bite him in the throat.
As you expose his throat, and you just like expose your fangs and
not only biting, I'm drinking him. Like I want to try and drink him dry to the point where he needs to like get weak enough for us to get the fuck out of here. That's what that's what this is right now. This is
damn. Roll 1d8. See how much you take.
get max damage, baby, and this is strength, right? Because I'm gulping him.
Yep.
Oh,
Max damage.
So that's weight. That's 8, 13. I'm assuming I'll get a little bit of health back for that. And
you
I
actually don't, because you pull away, and Strahd has 0 marks on his neck, but you hear a cracking of the crystal, and actually another huge chunk of the crystal falls off. He says, "Enough of this!" And he casts.
Is it some? At that moment, before he says anything, I try and restrain his mouth before he can spell and talk. Like I try and do this to him to stop him from making a spell. I don't know. It don't matter.
Okay.
If it's somatic.
And he casts a 9th level spell, Time Stop.
I stop and try and stop his mouth before he finishes.
Damn, see if you can react quick enough. Roll Dex.
So it's verbal, right?
Yep.
Okay, because if it's somatic, I'm fucked. Ready?
Yep. 16.
12, motherfucker. Which is weight?
Plus your Dex.
Plus my dex?
Trying to react faster.
Fuck me, 14.
Damn! So Strahd whispers an ancient word in some language you don't understand. And
Just
time immediately stops. You're trying to cover his mouth, and then you just stop. And at that very moment, Strahd turns and walks around you.
Oh no.
His hands around his back.
Can I feel or see anything, or am I just like...
You're watching. You can like move your eyes, but you can't breathe. You're not breathing, and you're not moving, and everything is completely still.
We'll just assume just because I'm undead, I'm one of the few things that could actually still see what's going on.
Strahd walks around you. Viktor, what have I told you of making friends?
And
You can't talk.
No, I'm just gritting my teeth in my soul right now.
As he walks up and just exposes her throat.
Can I see?
Yep, and he looks back at you and smiles. And then he bites onto her and gulps and gulps and gulps and gulps. And this moment seems to stretch and last forever. When finally he pulls away, wipes his lip, and you kind of hear like cracking again from the crystal. As you see the crystal kind of fixing itself. And the crystal is fully healed. And at that very moment, his spell stops, and time resumes, and Esmeralda just drops to her knees,
I pick up both
dead.
Swords. I pick up both swords and like almost a reverse, like short sword and reverse parrying the sword as I look at him with just this pure fucking hate. I will make you pay for this. But then at that moment, I just realized.
Bring it, Viktor.
I just looked at him.
And he bows in front of you.
You know I can't beat you. But that's okay. I might not have to. In that moment, I go straight for the crystal. I go for still one of the weaker parts. And this is what I want to do.
Uh-huh.
I want to...
Oh no, did I close roll 20?
I hope not. Uh-oh.
Whoops, I closed roll 20.
Oh, fuck, I'm sorry.
That's alright, it was my fault. Just keep going.
Anyway, I want to slice at one of those still cracked parts of the heart.
Uh-huh.
And I'm assuming every time a part breaks off, it turns to blood, right?
Yep.
At that moment, I want to slice, and as I take a sizable chunk, gulp down the huge chunk as it falls down. Because I have no idea if this is Strahd's blood or if this is like the blood of the crystal.
Alright, as soon as you try walking up to the crystal and try to
walk.
slash at it, Strahd immediately blocks your attack with his sword. And now he kind of floats in between you and the crystal. This is my livelihood, Viktor.
That's why I'm going to rip it from you. You ripped everything from me. My mother, my friends, my land, my
You
name.
killed your mother!
You killed her!
Cha-ching, ting! And as we do like just a series of super fast, you guys like can't even see how fast this fucking...
All it is basically trying to parry while I'm taking a cut here, a cut there, a cut here, a cut there.
Yep, and slash, 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 slash. As you guys all just get... What is this? I don't even know.
Looks dangerous.
As a series of slashes as Strahd and Klaus are coming back and forth and slashing at each other.
I activate in that moment, halfway in the slash. I act mutual suffering! And then this is just for roleplay. I grab my claw for a brief moment as I'm parrying a move from him. And my claws just barely touch his flesh. And whatever damage now he does to me will be halved onto him.
Damn.
So that's that.
Damn. You think you can control my pain, Viktor?
Control no pain. You are pain. You are the very definition of suffering.
As he blocks your attack,
Is this what you wanted?
and he like swings, and you block his attack, but it like launches you up against the wall.
Yeah, it's clearly I am not superior. I am just barely staying alive, mostly just to strategy. As I'm looking at Esmeralda's body, do I see anything on her?
She's dead.
I know, do I see any charm or protection or something on her?
You do not.
As a glimpse?
But you see that Strahd reaches out his hand, and a portal appears underneath Esmeralda, and she vanishes.
What did you do to her, you sick bastard?
She's mine now, Viktor.
You corrupt everything you fucking touch.
As I just bare my...
This is my land! As he like charges towards you again with his sword and just plunges it into you. See if you can dodge out of the way.
Wait. That's Dex, right?
Yep.
12. So whatever you get, it's gonna end up.
Natural 20. He's so fast that
I
Strahd
tried
instantly...
Right
Strahd...
through the swords.
Damn, well, Strahd got a natural 20. And
That's what I'm saying, like...
and he what kind of swords do you have?
The long sword and the glowing sword.
He breaks your long sword. You block it, but he has so much force that your sword shatters.
Now, how is it? Is it like this or is it like this?
He's coming at you like this, like he's stabbing you.
So basically...
As you go to block, your longsword catches it, and then it just shatters in your hand.
Where'd it get me?
And his blade stabs you right into your fucking heart. As you can feel it, and he exposes his fangs, and he plunges you up against the wall.
I'm
And
assuming he right into the brick, just like...
right into the brick. He says, Viktor, you are mine to own, just like the rest of this land.
That will be your last mistake before the conjunction ends, Father. I've seen the lands, I've seen the warriors who fight you. You're struggling. The wounds of your heart, the wounds of your soul. Let's not forget the loss of the legend.
I've heard the tales of what the hags have done through the land.
Strahd twists the blade. As you can see blood just pooling out of you. You're gonna go ahead and take 20 damage.
Well, I'm at 4.
You're at 4 HP.
I am at 4. So
Your breathing is starting to get harder and
so
harder.
I'm easily losing strength, and I'm like...
As the wolves all get to the top of the staircase now. Please, Viktor. Go. I'd release you.
Release me.
I'm assuming I'm still...
He has you still pinned about 6 feet off of the ground. As he like takes a step down
And I say,
the stairs.
you do know if you let me live, you will regret it.
I fear nothing from you, Viktor.
That's
I've defeated you time and time and time again. You are pathetic.
That'll be the last words you say, old man, one day.
As I'm just struggling, and because I've basically this has just been a horrible thing. I tried to be a good man, got betrayed by a fucking wolf, maimed him, tried to save a woman. You saw I did everything to try and save her.
And
then-
as Klaus sits there and thinks about what he's been doing for the last few hours since his arrival in Castle Ravenloft, the red glow of the crystal heart begins to beat again and again. And you have just enough energy to turn into a bat.
I do that.
And you do so. As Strahd watches you fly out the window.
As you just see little bits of blood drop onto the crystal and over the doorway, because basically how I pictured it is the sword. He left the sword there, right?
Yeah, when you turn into bat form, it was like still plunged in, and you just have the wound now.
And I just fly away. I was gonna say I could try and grab the sword.
Do you try to grab the sword?
I do try and grab the sword.
All right.
I try as soon as...
Roll against me.
Yeah. Ooh. That's 19, baby.
I got a 22.
Wait, well, what do
Let's
I...
do your strength.
So it's just strength, not proficiency?
Yep.
That's 4?
24?
Yeah.
You grab his sword.
And then I immediately dash out.
Turn into a bat.
As soon as I jump out the window and see it, boom.
Strahd turns and watches you grab his sword, and you see him smiling as he looks up at you. See you soon, Viktor.
As you just see this in me in bat form right now, all you see is Here's one little thing I'm gonna make, and this is like nobody's ever known about this because vampires most of the time don't have a soul. Like as I went to the window, just as I was transitioning to bat, you could see no one else. Strahd probably knew, but tears of blood for the Vistani, for the horror of this whole realm, for the fact that I was just again soundly fucking beaten.
As we see Klaus in bat form fly
Sloppily, because I'm fucking hurt, weakly.
underneath and under the red moon, Klaus in bat form flies off. Where do you try to fly to? Last you knew that your group, that group of
Vallaki.
adventurers,
Vallaki. I'm going back to
wasn't-
Vallaki.
and we
I have
see
no
it-
idea how far Vallaki is from where I'm at, so
It's a couple miles.
well,
As we see a outward zoomed out view of Klaus in bat form, flapping his wings, flying towards the city of Vallaki.
as dripping blood as he's just kind of weakly and sloppily flapping because I'm fucked up.
And that is the end of the session.